Hello friends, this is Jennifer Terri and welcome to my channel. In this video, we will talk about travel exemptions. That's right, so this video was requested by somebody from the comment section in my last video, so I thought, yeah, make a video about that. So with the recent announcement of the new guidelines by the Bureau of Immigration on the expansion of the list of foreigners allowed to enter the Philippines, which we talked about in our last video. So if you haven't watched that, please go ahead and watch that video first. Alright, so from that last guideline, we know that foreigners who are holders of 9G, 9F, SVEG, and SIRV under EO63, whose visa was issued on or before March 20, 2020, will be allowed again to enter the Philippines starting February 16, 2021. So starting tomorrow, yeah, they'll be allowed to enter the Philippines again. So basically, with the list of visas now allowed to enter the Philippines, we can say that all foreign nationals with visas can now enter the Philippines. But there are certain groups that need to secure a DFA endorsement or authorization, or as I call it, travel exemption, to be allowed entry to the Philippines. Alright, now this DFA endorsement or authorization caused some confusion to some people, you know, especially like immediate families of Filipinos. So in this video, we'll dig in about this DFA authorization or endorsement. We will answer two questions: who needs to obtain a DFA authorization or endorsement letter to enter the Philippines, and how to obtain it. But before that, please consider liking this video. Please like this video if you want to help support this channel, and subscribe to the channel if you're interested to follow the travel rules and updates in the Philippines. So without further ado, let's start. So who needs to obtain a DFA authorization or endorsement? First up, holders of SRRVs or Special Resident and Retirees Visa. Alright? So they need to obtain a DFA authorization or endorsement before they can enter the Philippines. Next up, 9A visa holders, except, okay, all 9A visa holders need a DFA authorization or endorsement except immediate families of Filipinos. So foreign spouse and minor children of Filipinos, children with special needs, foreign parent of minor Filipinos, and foreign parent of Filipino children with special needs. They do not need an endorsement or authorization from DFA. But everyone else who has a 9A visa needs one, alright? Who else needs the DFA authorization? So 9F, 9G, SVEG, and SIRV under EO63 whose visa was issued after March 20, 2020. So that is it, friends. These are just three groups, okay? So SRRVs, 9A visa holders except immediate families of Filipinos, and 9G, 9F, SVEG, and SIRV under EO63 whose visa was issued after March 20 will need a DFA endorsement or authorization. That's it, just three groups. So everyone else who are eligible to enter the Philippines don't need this DFA endorsement or authorization. And the Bureau of Immigration warned 9A visa holders that the presentation of an entry exemption, the DFA authorization, does not guarantee the entry of passengers as of seeking admission, right? It's kind of misleading that you have the 9A visa, you have the DFA exemption or authorization, and yet it still does not guarantee your entry. So the Bureau of Immigration warned that 9A visa holders should be also able to establish their purpose of travel as stated in their DFA endorsement. So once you arrive in the Philippines, you need to prove or to establish why or how you got your endorsement, or how you got the 9A visa. So I would say that you bring all the documents you submitted for your application for your 9A visa and travel exemption, the DFA endorsement. Yeah, bring all the documents you supplied, and even like, bring the documents that you think would support your need to enter the Philippines. Now, let's go to our next question: how to get this DFA endorsement or authorization. So, I cannot tell you guys exactly what you need, because this DFA endorsement or authorization is case-to-case basis, right? There is no generic documents needed for this, because this is assessed on case-to-case basis. So according to the Bureau of Immigration, to secure this document, the DFA endorsement, you'll have to coordinate with the foreign post, meaning the Philippine embassies or consulate generals over your jurisdiction. So contact the Philippine embassy in your area. So your application for the DFA endorsement or authorization is subject to their assessment and approval. Apply for this DFA endorsement letter. They will assess your case or your reason to travel to the Philippines. Like for example, if you are a 9G visa holder whose visa was issued after March 20 and you need to apply for this endorsement, they will assess whether your role in your company is technical, highly essential, and that it would affect day-to-day operation. From what I heard from some people who applied this DFA endorsement, for some it took them not just weeks, but even months to get it, and it's not always 100% guaranteed. It's like a 50% chance that you'll get approved for your DFA endorsement. So for SRRVs, 9A visa holders, and anyone who is applying for this DFA endorsement, do not buy your ticket unless you have it in your hand. Yeah? Because your application will be assessed and will be whether approved or refused. So do not buy the ticket yet if you don't have the endorsement in your hands. And when you get it, make sure that you bring it. Bring the original version printed for presentation to the Bureau of the Philippine Bureau of Immigration upon arrival in the Philippines. With the opening of the 9A visa, this pandemic time, it gave some hope to people, and they're saying a lot of people are asking on my last video, oh, are fiancés now allowed? To be honest, my answer to that question is no. The answer is really no. Yes, they have opened up the 9A visa, but it has been open from even before. Really, they've been issuing 9A visas, but only to those who has the DFA endorsement. And I made a video about that travel exemption like 3 months ago, and getting that is not easy at all. And again, I told you guys they will assess your case-to-case basis. And this 9A visa, it's not for tourists. Okay, it's not for tourists. Although the name of the visa itself is called temporary tourist visa, it's not for tourists this pandemic time. Let me inform you that this 9A visa is not for tourism. It's only for people who are immediate families of Filipinos, or those with highly essential reason for work and business, or compassionate and compelling reasons to enter the Philippines. To cut it short, Philippines is still closed for international tourism. And those asking about fiancé visas, there's no fiancé visa in the Philippines. There's only spouse visa. As a warning to those who will apply for this DFA endorsement or authorization, the DFA does not collect, the Department of Foreign Affairs does not collect a travel exemption fee or any kind of fee whatsoever for the purpose of allowing foreign nationals to enter the country. Okay, there's no exemption fee. Do not pay under the table. Do not pay somebody without receipts. Okay, there is no fee. So that's all for the travel exemptions, friends. I hope it gave you some clarity, especially to those who really need to apply for it. For any questions, comment down below, or your best bet would be to message the immigration helpline. They're pretty good. I mean, I messaged them yesterday and they respond like in like 2 minutes. So I was impressed. Although I had a follow-up question and they didn't reply. But anyway, still, the fact that they reply, and sometimes they reply on comments on their posts or announcements, is a good thing. Alright, so this is all for this video, friends. I'll see you again with another update. Bye!